Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're taking a look at BLEASS Tides by BLEASS for iOS. You can also get it on the Mac and the desktop. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's go. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS, and as always I hope you're doing okay. Alright, a little bit weird, but everyone okay in the chat? Thanks for joining us on the live stream. If you're watching on the replay, g'day to you and hope you're doing well out there. Also, as I said at the beginning, we are taking a look at BLEASS Tides. It's been out for a couple of weeks now. I'm a little bit behind getting everything caught up. Did 2 pre-recorded videos last night, uploaded them, they're ready to go. As soon as I hit the button, that'll be later tonight. What are they for? FAC Clipper and Rob Jackson's new app. So they are done and ready to go. Lots more stuff. So this isn't the last app for the week. There's 2 more to come to be reviewed. And that's cool. What else is coming up on the show over the next few days? Well, I'm glad you asked. You didn't, but I'm telling you anyway. This lady, Laurie's Mishmosh, is joining me here tomorrow for the Creator Rewind interview. We're going to catch up and find out what she's been doing since she first came on the show back in 2022. We're going to play some of her music that she's done since then, talk back surgeries, all this kind of stuff. It's going to be wild. Me and Laurie, you know, you can't go wrong, can you? You know, it's going to be a fun time. So there is that. Today I'm going out filming. As soon as this broadcast is finished, I need to finish packing my bag because I'm heading out filming Walk With Me, and that's going to be crazy because I have to edit it in one day, the next day. Awesome. We are doing the Meat Moistathon. The Meat Moist Marathon. That's maybe what it's going to be called. Meat Pie Moist Marathon. I'm going to go out and try and find the best meat pies in a very small area of Melbourne and see what they've got to offer, and we're going to taste them and all that stuff. So you're going to get to see hear the word moist many times in that episode that I'm going to film today. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't filmed it yet. So, and let's say hello to you all. Oh, and I need to remind you too, the last thing is happening. So we do have GMA's got Flower Fest happening this weekend. So lots of cool artists, including myself. If you want to call me cool, that's up to you. I wouldn't. But that is happening this week as well on Camp GMA's channel. Lots of artists. There's like 16 artists. Oh, I'm going to be telling Nate. It's going to be all for Nate. The whole episode. How's that? There you go. Nate gets a whole episode. But also what is happening this weekend, I've been doing a show called The Opening Hour for a few years now, and I'm putting it on hiatus for a little while because instead we're doing The Creative Hour. In between Thomas Christ and Pete Johns on Saturday is the first episode of The Creative Hour. Hopefully you can come and join me. There is a poll happening at the moment on my channel. You can come and choose. So this weekend we're kicking off The Creative Hour. 1 hour to write and record a song from a blank canvas and then perform the song live to close the show. You get to choose the style of music, and those are jazz, avant-garde, funk, or ballad. Funk is winning at the moment, so if you head over to the community section and hit the posts, you can go and vote there. I am allowed to make music using anything that is available to me on my iPad, and I mean anything that is available to me on my iPad. So I've got an hour to do that and put out a song, and that will be happening for the next 8 kind of weeks, I do believe. So that is happening. There'll be like a big clock up here, counting down, and a lot of pressure to try and pump out a song each week in 1 hour, finished with lyrics, with vocals. What have I done? Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, let's say hello to you all, and we'll get into today's wonderful app. There it is there. There's a link if you want to grab it. Justine Kasprick, hello. Hello, Feisty Feather. And Rich GT350R, hello. And the Leelaverse, hello. Great show. Hugh Caldwell, Ed Zielinski, what's going on? Who else do I see as I scroll through this list? Thomas Christ, smashing the links as always. Thomas is up after me, doing You Rock. Good morning, says Costa. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are. Jade show is my Westgate Bridge listening time. Okay, well, as long as you're there, I won't tell you where I'm going to be today, so you can't find me. It's a running joke, folks. Costa is my stalker. It's a running joke. Don't get weird. Anyone else who I've got to say hello to? Studio 6+1. G'day, Dave. We'll be taking a look at your app next week. I'm nearly caught up, man. I'm nearly caught up. Anyway. Stuff. Funk it's going to be. I know it's going to be funk. Hey. Tremor Bear, g'day. Can't keep a secret legacy. Tremor Bear, hello. All right, so we're taking a look today at BLEASS Tides. Brand new. Here it is, $14.99. BLEASS are very well renowned for making very, very tight, very cool apps with very, very beautiful UIs. This one is very, very cool. It's not perfect. There's some things we'll talk about that need to be fixed, in my opinion. So it is a delay. It's a pretty unique delay with a lot of modulation. So that is the price. It works on iOS, so your iPhone. It works on iPad. It's not universal, so you can't load it on your Mac, just so you know. But you can buy it for your Mac or for your PC if you go to bleass.com. This is available on desktops as well for $39 dues. There they are there. Add to your cart and you can purchase it for your Mac or for your Windows device. So there's those options there. As you can see, as always, PC stuff, $39. iOS stuff, $15. So the price can, and it's virtually the exact same thing. All right, let's load up a demo, have a play. I'll kick back, have a sip of my coffee, have a listen, and then we'll get into how this thing works. Let's Oj, baby. Really nice sounds, huh? Let's take a look at how this sucker works. So we'll stay in this project for now. We'll just solo this out. So all that music was made singularly with just one app there. So we got piano motifs sending out data, and with piano motifs you can actually click on the MIDI section. You can create 3 MIDI channels. So we had 3 sections going out of the one piece here. So we've got the melody going to channel 1 MIDI, accompaniment going to channel 2, and a third track going to channel 3, which is the bass. So I can show you those right now. Let's solo the bass for you. So there's a delay on that one. Then we got these guitars. Playing the melody. And then lastly, we got the piano. So I'm going to focus on the piano for now. And let's just set this back to the default, and you're going to see the first issue I have with this app. So apparently this is Tide by BLEASS is used for the first time using their V2 plugin engine. So that's cool. But, and this looks like a really, this is definitely a different interface to the usual BLEASS interface. But there's some issues. There's a lot of lag. And I don't know, I kind of put off doing this review hoping there'd be some updates for this. But just clicking between some buttons here, you can see this takes a few seconds to kick in. Clicking on things, see, I just clicked on this one and nothing happened. It's really sluggish. There's nothing I can't hide it from you guys. Why would I anyway? But it's very sluggish moving between things. Sometimes they're okay, and then other times you click on something and it takes a second. Even dragging my mouse around here takes a second to actually pick it up. So hopefully BLEASS can get that sorted, because it's a pain in the ass, I'm not going to lie. It's when you're trying to make some quick decisions and you click on something and nothing happens, you kind of look at this, I click in here, like that should just change straight away. Click, 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 click. Very, very slow. So now that we've got the elephant out of the room, let's talk about what it does really, really well. So a lot of presets will run across the top. Presets, you can star anything that you like, little stars to the side, and they will go into your favorites. As soon as you save something, give it a star, it goes into your favorites. You've got all of your presets here that you can scroll through. There's a heap of presets, yeah? Factory presets, user presets. So if you save anything from here, if I want to save this now, see how slow that is? Man. Save as. We'll just call this demo. And there's our user preset in there. And that gets added to your all. So when you look for all, you'll find your user presets in here as well. These are just factories. These are your favorites. And you can search for stuff too. So if you just type a word in, let's just go AB. So we're coming up with this one here. Anything for C? Maybe not. Oh, I've got to be in all. So yeah, if I type dance, or let's try delay. So anything with the word delay, you're going to find anything with those delays on them. So that's pretty much the, you can delete, share, save, hit done to get out of there. You have you can see how slow this is, man. So you have a dice to get some randomization. Let's just go through some randomizing. That's pretty cool. I'm actually going to save that one. So as you can hear, you can get some, this is just more than just a regular delay. You can use it as a delay very easily, but you can go off script very quickly and create some bonkers stuff. So I'm just randomizing. We've got an undo and redo. Okay, let's run through some of the settings here. I'm going to start over here at the back. We've got a feedback and a wet and dry. So if we turn this up 100%, we're just getting the delay now, yeah? Pull this down. We're just getting the original mix that's coming in. Give it a 50%. We're getting a mix of both. At any time, if the delay gets too out of control and too wild, you've got a kill switch here, and it's gone. Kill, kill. So really easy to kill it if there's a problem, if things are getting maxed out. We've got a feedback. This is going to tell you how long this delay is going to go on, right? So a feedback. Hey, Dell and Joe Glenn. You also have a freeze button here, so I can click this and it's going to keep that last section in the memory going around and around until I unclick the freeze button. Now we're back. Pretty nice. Let's start off with the input filter. So we've got an input, so everything runs across. We've got an input filter here, and this input filter basically controls the delay, yeah? So if we turn this all up dry, we're only hearing the delay now. So now you can hear what's going on with this input filter. We've got frequency knobs, or you can just drag these around wherever you want them. So you can hear that these are actually only affecting the delay. If we bring this dry wet mix back in, and of course we've got modulation up the wazoo, so we can modulate this no problem. Different ways you can turn these, so you've got the frequency and your resonance. So you can control them this way if you like, or just drag the dots around, turn it off, and it has no effect on the mix. Let's talk about this delay. So you'll notice these images here in the center. Now I've got to make sure I got this the right way around. The visualization. The white dots are the incoming signal. So anything you see that's a white dot, these are incoming signals, and anything that's blue, these are the repeats. Now I can hold this down anywhere I want, and you'll see these blue dots moving as I drag this along. So we're going up in pitch. So I basically have my mouse held down, and as I drag this back over, you'll see these blue dots move across the spectrum. So now we've got much lower repeats. And as soon as you take your fingers off, it goes back to what is set down here in this panel. And down here, you're going to get pretty standard stuff for a delay, of course. So we've got our inertia. This gives us the option to actually have a crossfade or a tape delay. So the crossfade determines the length of the crossfade. So the inertia here determines how long this crossfade is going to be. And the crossfade actually, it applies volume between the repeats, so the different lengths of the delays. Where the other option applies so down here on tape, this applies a tape style slowdown speed up response to the delay changes, and this is controlled again by the inertia. Of course, next door we have the time, so we can sync this to our door. It's currently sunk to the door, and we can change these now to like an eighth. And we've got an offset dial down here as well. So the offset dial modifies the selected delay time. So as you see, the more you're going to fuck around with these, the more interesting delays you're going to get happening with this. Double tap on any knobs to bring them back to zero. We also have a ping pong, so you need to turn this on. You'll hear straight away, that's now ping ponging in your headphones back and forward. We've got two different styles. We've got this classic mode, which just is the overall repeats of the ping pong. And we've got this symmetric mode where each channel produces the same number of repeats as the repeats when the ping pong is disabled, resulting in twice the number of repeats compared to the classic. And we've already covered the section over here. What makes this a little bit more interesting is the fact that there's two tabs up the top here. So we're currently in the delay tab. We can move to our effects. This is our feedback effects. And we have a whole bunch of effects you can add in here. Distortion. We've got dust. We've got a bit crusher. We got a frequency shifter. So already just by adding these, now these are going to affect the wet mix as well. Let's just turn them all off and we'll introduce them all individually. So this is our high pass filter. We can move them around anywhere we want to just by grabbing the little squares in the top right hand corner. So we can move these around however we want. We've got a high pass filter in there at the moment. Let's turn that off. Add our distortion. Now remember, this is only affecting the delays. The one thing you'll need to remember with the distortion is it can get a little bit ruly, so you may be needing to use the kill button, all right? We've got dust, so this will add a bit of noise in there, a bit of dust. You can change the density. Again, only affecting the delays. There's also a bit crusher. We've got a frequency shifter. Remember, only affecting the delay. You can go wherever you want with this. To replace anything, just click on where the little squares are and we can change these out. We've got a ring modulator. There's another delay in here. High pass filter, low pass filter, band pass filter, peak filter. So a bunch of these really cool effects in here. So there's your ring modulator. And we've got another delay. So pretty cool stuff, right? We can get in here and totally take out all of the original sound and create something totally different. let's bounce over here to the guitars here. Got some guitars in this one, and we'll solo this out. And let's talk about the modulation, because that's where things get pretty exciting. I'm just going to come in and make sure this is all good. See, again, very sluggish with selecting presets. It is what it is. Let's hit play on this. So we've got some guitar here. Let's talk about modulations. So you notice down the bottom we've got modulations, a whole section down here. We have 3 LFOs, and each of these LFOs have 4 destinations down here. So we'll focus on LFO 1 at the moment, and you can see we can send this out to 4 different places. Now remember, it's only going to be it's the same amount, of course, but you can send them. So whatever this amount's going to be down here, see how slow this is clicking between. I hope this gets fixed, because it's quite a pain in the ass. But we can send this first LFO wherever we want. So over here's where all the controls are for the LFO. You can see this is already moving at a 2nd frame rate. Destinations can be found down here. So let's send this out to, we'll send it to the dry wet mix. Dry wet. Look how slow that is. And turn up the amount. And you can see straight away, we've got our dry wet mix being modulated. It's as easy as that, yeah? Different types of modulation. Triangles, squares. All this stuff's down here for you. And as I said, with each LFO, right? So we're on LFO 1 at the moment. Whatever's chosen in here is going to be the same for each of these 4 LFOs in LFO 1. So essentially you got 4 of the same for LFO 1, 4 of the same for LFO 2, and the same for LFO 3. So we can come back over here to LFO 1 and pick number 2. And we can send this wherever we want. Not only to all the places on here, we can add effects in here as well and send them to this too. So let's load the ring modulator. And we'll send this out, destination to feedback effects, ring modulator, frequency, turn it up. Let's change it to a sine. And we'll slow it down. So now we've got this running nice and slow. We've got the dry and wet mix running slow. We can have this free running. We can sync it. We can change the phase. So you can see when we change the phase over here, I'll just jump out the way. We're getting 2 different phases going against each other here for the frequency. We can offset them further. And we can smooth them out as well too. Let's try LFO 2. And we're at our halfway point. Thank you for being here still, folks. So every day we run an ad in the halfway point of the show. You can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube Premium subscriber or by skipping the ad, and we'll wait for you to come back. The ad has been run. You may or may not have gotten an ad. While we're waiting for those who may or may not have gotten an ad, let me remind you, this awesome human being is coming on the show tomorrow for a second time, and we're going to have heaps of fun. So come and join us. It's going to be a lot of laughs and some serious stuff as well, because, you know, that's what we do. Boom. All right, let's get back into this. Got a little bit more to cover. Boom. So we're on LFO 2 now. We can send this wherever we want. We can send this to our delay. Let's send it to, I don't know, the time. And turn this up. Okay, let's talk about these little buttons over here. So you've got this times 0.01. I got to remember what this button does. Reduces the strength of modulation being sent to the destination by a factor of 100. This makes it easy to create small fluctuations in the destinations. We've got a mono or stereo mode underneath. And a polarity option down here as well too. Unipolar, bipolar. Not only do we have 3 LFOs down here, but there is 2 envelopes as well. So we have 2 envelope followers. Again, you can set the destinations where the hell you want. So let's send them to the input filter. To our low pass frequency. And you can see we've got movement over here, modulating. And we have a macro section here as well too. So you can go in it and send macros out to 2 destinations. So we've got 2 destinations here. And I just crashed. Nice one. So I'm not going to lie, there's some bugs. You need to sort it, please. So all that work that I just done is completely gone because of a crash. And I'm not going to lie, I've had a bunch of crashes with this thing. So it's a little bit shit. There you go. Because normally BLEASS stuff is really tight, but the amount of lag and stuff with this really takes away from the fun of messing with it, which is very disappointing. I'm going to run through some presets. Gonna put some delay on this. As you can hear, there's a lot of really cool sounds you can get out of this. This is much more than a delay. Take out the bugs and this thing's a demon. See how beautiful that is. I'm going to bring in this piano. How wild is this one? And it sounds pretty rad on drums. There's a bunch of drum presets in here too. That sounds rad on the drums. It's almost got a a feel to it, like Severance, really. Hey, Pauls and Guitars, I didn't see you there. You got the ad? So we got this bass one happening here. Just adding some support. See, I've already clicked the preset button, nothing's happening. Man. Hey, that's cool. Camp G May in the house. I feel like this needs like a reverb on it. Audible video. Oh, I like this one. I mean, there's a lot of, for a delay, there's a lot of really amazing harmonic stuff in this. It's very harmonic. Wow, that's pretty cool. So there you go. That is, in a nutshell, BLEASS Tides. And it's a fucking really nice app. I really like the new look of the interface. It's something a little bit different from BLEASS. I like the additional effects you can add in here. These are really cool. Of course, always with BLEASS apps, the modulation is second to none. You can send virtually anything, anywhere you want. I mean, look, you've got all these places to go to, modulations. They can modulate back in on themselves if you want. But this, clicking and nothing happening, is very frustrating. There you go. I clicked on that like about 8 times. So you can send these into LFO 1 can go into LFO 2. So you can modulate anything, anywhere, anytime. That's the beauty of it. The interface looks really nice. The addition of these new effects. Look at this. I'm pressing back, trying to get off this, and it's the additional effects. These are really nice too, if I can get it to work. Look at this. Click. But the drag on this is just dog shit at the moment and very frustrating. So hopefully there is an update to come. I'm sure there will be. BLEASS aren't no slouches when it comes to this stuff. As I said, it is available on iOS for $14.99. You can also grab it on the desktop for $39. I'm not sure if this laggy issue is something that's only iOS or that it has gone over to the desktop, because I don't have it on desktop. But I do suggest don't be turned off by that, because knowing BLEASS and been doing this show for getting on almost 5 years, they'll be on it and they'll sort it out. Awesome. So another unique delay from BLEASS, something always different from BLEASS. They're always pushing boundaries. You got the prices, you got everything. Thomas Christ is up next. I'm off to go film Walk With Me for today. I'll be back with Laurie's Mishmosh. And please don't forget that this week we're doing our kickoff show for the Creative Hour after Thomas Christ Live, where I've got to make a song in an hour, and you've got to tell me what song I'm going to do, because there is a post up on the community tab which allows you to choose which song I have to do. Jazz, avant-garde, funk, ballad. You go and pick, and I'll do it in an hour. Awesome stuff. I'll dump you over to Thomas Christ. And thanks, Thomas, for posting the links. There is the link for iOS for BLEASS Tides, and there it is for desktop as well. Thank you for joining us here on the live stream. Thank you for watching on the replay. We are on the march to 5,000 subs. So if you're watching this and you haven't subbed, do me a solid. It really does help. Subscribe to the channel, because we are under 100 subs away from 5,000. And if we could get there this month, that would be super cool. But it's all up to you guys. What are we? 4,917 subs. Not that subs are anything, vanity metric, but it really does help. All right. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Stay awake, and let's go to Thomas Christ. Let's... Oh!